The probe into alleged Russian meddling in the U.S. election is reportedly seeking White House files on President Donald Trump's time in office. Documents on Mr. Trump's sacking of the FBI director and his son's meeting with a Russian lawyer are the target of the inquiry, report U.S. media. They say special counsel Robert Mueller has outlined to the White House 13 areas of interest to his investigation. Mr. Trump brands claims that his aides colluded with the Kremlin as fake news. According to reports in the New York Times and Washington Post on Wednesday evening, Mr. Mueller is also interested in files relating to Mr. Trump's February sacking of Michael Flynn, his first national security advisor. Enable it in your browser or download Flash Player here. Sorry, you need Flash to play this. Mr. Mueller is furthermore said to be looking into the Oval Office meeting in which Mr. Trump told Russian officials that firing nutjob FBI Chief James Comey in May had relieved great pressure on himself. The special counsel reportedly asked for documents, too, on the White House's response to questions about Donald Trump Jr.'s June 2016 Trump Tower meeting with a Russian lawyer. Mr. Trump's eldest son was led to believe the meeting would yield damaging information about his father's Democratic presidential opponent Hillary Clinton. Ty Cobb, Mr. Trump's lawyer, told Mr. Mueller's office he would turn over several documents this week, according to The Times. We can't comment on any specific requests being made or our conversations with the special counsel, Mr. Cobb said in a statement. Mr. Mueller has also asked for any White House emails or documents relating to Paul Manafort, the former chief of the Trump campaign, reports The Washington Post. Peter Carr, a spokesman for Mr. Mueller, declined a request for comment from Reuters news agency. Mr. Manafort quit the campaign before the election amid questions about his work for a Ukrainian political party linked to the Russian government. Earlier this week it was reported by CNN and CBS News that Mr. Manafort was wiretapped by the FBI due to concerns about his links with Moscow. FBI agents raided Mr. Manafort's suburban Washington, D.C. home in July, with agents reportedly picking the locks as he lay in bed. Several congressional committees and the Justice Department are looking into U.S. intelligence findings that Russian-backed hackers tried to sway last November's election in favor of Mr. Trump. The Kremlin has poured scorn on the allegations,